What is up, guys? In today's video I'm going to go over the easiest way that you can make money in 2018 as a broke teenager, as a broke adult, as an anything really. This is just the easiest way to make money straight up. So let's get right into it. I'm super excited. Let's go. Right into it. This is going to be the easiest way to make money in 2018 as a broke teenager. P.S. You can start today. Now, it's not just for teenagers. This is for anybody that is looking to make money and to get started right away. You don't want to wait. You don't want to procrastinate. You just want to go. So let's jump right into it. So first, let's get into what most people are probably going to tell you when you are looking for ways to make money. They're going to give you these options. So they're going to tell you you can do stuff on Fiverr. Fiverr is basically like a freelancing site where you can offer like copywriting services, graphic design, just freelance type stuff. They'll tell you can do surveys and all that shit, drop shipping, Amazon FBA, start a blog, that sort of stuff. So let's go into each one and why I don't think any of these are what you should be doing if you're really looking to make money and you're looking to do it now. Fiverr, there's a lot of competition now. It's a super well-known site. People are becoming really familiar with it, so everybody's kind of flocking towards that site. It also takes a really long time to build up a reputation on there, and that's kind of what determines whether or not you're going to be successful on it or not, is if you have a reputation and a lot of 5-star ratings and stuff like that. I did a little bit of it myself. That's why I know. So moving forward, it's not sustainable and it's not reliable. So you can't really do this as a full-time thing to make a real living. You can do it as a side thing, like really as a side gig, and you can make like a couple extra bucks here and there, but it's not going to be sustainable and it's not going to be reliable either. And there's also, I don't know if this is what you call it, but this is what I call a solid income to time ratio, because you can work, get paid like $5-10 or something to do something, and it could take you, it's probably going to take you more than an hour, whatever that task is. So and even if it takes you an hour, it's still, you're only making $10 an hour if you do it that way, and you have to be fully booked up with gigs to make anything. It just doesn't make sense. You're too good for it. So now, what do I mean by that? There's a lot of low quality, shitty work, like on Fiverr, as in like work being offered. Like if you were looking for copywriting or if you were looking for something, there's a lot of just junk on there, and that's the truth. So you're probably, whatever you're skilled at, whatever kind of service you're looking to offer, you're probably too good at it to be doing it on Fiverr, if that makes sense. Let's move forward. Surveys. I don't even have to tell you guys, it's just BS. Surveys are just nonsense, not sustainable, not a full-time thing, and any surveys that you can do are just way too time consuming and not worth the money, so forget that shit. Dropshipping. Okay, this one's interesting because if you guys are looking into how to make money, I'm almost positive you've heard of it. It's basically selling products online, e-commerce type thing, where you never touch the product. If, let's say, you build a site called Joe's Coffee Cups, someone buys a coffee cup, and then you go ahead and pay for the coffee cup from a manufacturer or supplier or whatever the case is, and they ship it directly to the customer, so you never actually touch it. While it sounds good in theory, the reality is now there's just way too much competition. The competition is becoming fierce, like literally, because now it's becoming so well known how to drop ship, and there's all these courses and all this shit on it, that there's just a lot of people doing it, and that's the truth. The other big thing about dropshipping is there's nothing proprietary or unique about it, meaning you're not building any kind of brand. You're just, anybody can do it. That's the thing. Anybody can go and do the same exact thing you're doing. So with dropshipping, it's only a matter of time before somebody does. And dropshipping, while most people will tell you you can get started with no money, it does require upfront capital. It's not a huge amount, but you still got to buy, you need to put up a website, you're going to need to run some ads on Facebook and get some traffic to the site. So there is capital involved. And it's just not sustainable. Now with the amount of competition increasing and the stuff that I mentioned, the fact that it's just anybody can do it, it's just not going to be sustainable. Moving forward, Amazon FBA. This is another one, just like dropshipping, has been being promoted like crazy People are telling you this is the next wave. This is the thing to do if you want to make money, especially as a young person. Number one, way more than drop shipping. This requires a huge amount of upfront capital, like a lot. You're going to need to buy inventory from, if you're sourcing it from a manufacturer in China, like if you're going on AliExpress or Alibaba. AliExpress is different, but Alibaba, most of them have minimum order quantities, MOQs, where you're going to have to buy at least X amount, and you need a good amount of money for that. You just need money to start this thing. It's not as easy as it's made out to be. There are a lot of little things involved, a lot of kinks that you've got to work out. Now, it can be sustainable if you do it right. Like me personally, the supplements that I use are from a brand on Amazon that I can tell they've they're kind of doing the FBA thing, but they built a real legitimate brand out of it. And they also have their own website and that sort of thing. But the point is, if you build a real brand and you do it right, it can be sustainable. But it's not realistic if you're either broke, which is kind of what this video is for, if you don't have much money, or if you're just starting out. So it's just not all that realistic. Blogging. So many people will tell you start a blog, monetize it with AdSense, affiliate marketing offers, all that shit. So now blogging, just like everything else, is becoming saturated. There's just a lot of blogs out there, and that's the truth. It's also becoming outdated. Now, this is huge. This is so important. And what I mean by outdated is that the way that people are consuming content and information is changing. Like the actual way in which we learn and take in info is changing. So less and less people are actually reading articles and reading tutorials, and more people are on YouTube now. More people are watching videos, and just like I said, the way that we're consuming stuff is just completely changing. The other thing about blogging is it takes a long time to build up. So with blogging, you're relying pretty much fully on organic traffic and ranking in Google, which takes a very, very long time to build up. Now, similar to FBA, it can be sustainable if you build an audience and kind of set yourself apart. So if you're in like the fitness niche, you got to kind of have a unique sort of point of view and perspective, so that you can build an audience that is specifically interested in you and what you are doing and what you have to offer. And in any niche, if it's like fishing, like you got to kind of stand out from everybody else. If that's how it can work. Now, here's the thing about blogging. It's two things that you have to sacrifice. It's one or the other. It's either you're gonna have to put a lot of money in, as in money for content, articles, link building. If you're paying for services like to build you PBN links and all that stuff, it's just a lot of upfront. Well, not upfront, but a lot of capital that could possibly have to be used. Or it's gonna be a lot of time. You're gonna have to spend a shit ton of time writing this content. Building links, doing manual outreach to other bloggers in your niche. It's just a lot of time, or it's a lot of money. So it's a little rough, and it's definitely not the kind of thing you want to do if you're looking for something that you can do right away and that you can start making money with now. Blogging is not it. So what the hell do you suggest is probably what you're wondering, because now I'm telling you what not to do, so you're probably wondering, what the fuck do I do, right? So what I suggest is social media marketing, and this is what I'm currently doing right now. So this is why social media marketing is the absolute easiest way to make money in 2018. Whether you're a broke teenager, a broke adult, whatever the hell you are, it's the easiest way to make money. And I'm going to tell you why. It requires zero startup capital, and you have no overhead. Literally, it's just you. I hope you have a computer. You probably are if you're watching this. I mean, you probably do. And your phone, and that's it. Literally, like there's nothing else. There's no office, there's no nothing, there's no expenses involved. You don't need to register a business, unlike what many people tell you. You can start right away. Like you can literally watch this video, go start calling businesses, and start setting up appointments, and you can get a client, or two, or three, or whatever. You can start right now, literally. Like, there's nothing holding you back. You need to just pick up your phone and start dialing. Like Leonardo DiCaprio said in Wolf of Wall Street. Pick up the phone and start dialing. That's literally all you have to do. You can get your first client or two, or however fast you're looking to go, in less than a month, realistically. Or a week, if you're just a savage on the phone. And this is the truth. Also, you're going to be providing a service, sorry, I think it's getting cut off a little bit, that's actually valuable and needed. Like, business owners need this. not every business owner realizes that they need it, but the truth is they do, especially if they're looking to grow their business and increase their revenue and the amount of customers that they're getting. So how do you actually get started? So number one, you've got to get a client. Okay, that's the first step. You can take all the courses out there on Facebook ads, on how to manage social media accounts and profiles, how to grow social media profiles. You can learn all the technical stuff, but if you can't get a client and actually convince a business owner that what you are going to be offering them is valuable, then all that shit means nothing. That's the truth. Number two, once you've got a client or two or a couple clients, you need to provide value for them and generate results for them. So you've got to basically you have to deliver on what you told them you were going to do. Okay. Now, while you're working for or getting results for your first client, you also have to continuously be prospecting, guys. The formula is simple, but that doesn't mean that you can just gonna fuck around and client's gonna just come to you. Not in the beginning. Okay, you have to. This is a hustle, guys. Like realistically, and I know because I'm doing it. And as you see in my videos, all my cold calls and the time I spend talking to business owners on the phone, this shit is a hustle, but it's worth it because you can make money with it, real money. So continuously be prospecting. Don't spend all your time, especially when you get your first client, you're going to be pretty excited. You're going to want to kind of do everything and everything be perfect. The reality is you don't want to spend all your time working on the stuff for your client. You know, do it, get it done, and keep moving. But obviously you're going to have to maintain it because you don't want this to be a job for you. Okay, this is a business. Now, once you've got a client or two, what you're going to want to do is build your referral system, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So let's keep going. So what kind of services are you actually going to offer? This is what I'm doing. The only service I recommend that you offer is Facebook advertising. I'm going to get into why that is and why I feel that way, and this is how I'm doing it. Like I said, when I'm approaching businesses, as you'll see in my cold call videos, I am telling them I'm not going to do anything else but focus on advertising and getting you more customers and more clients coming in. So why Facebook advertising? Excuse me, sorry. So everything on Facebook is trackable. So when you're going to run an ad for them, when you run the ad, you're going to know exactly how many people you reached, how many people saw the ad, how many people clicked on the ad, all that stuff. Now, even more important than that is the ROI, the return on investment for the business owner is 100% clear. So if they spend $200 over the course of a month on advertising and you were able to get them, I don't know, depends on the business, but let's say it's a car dealership and you were able to sell 2 cars, that's a solid ROI. They made, well, actually, no, you have to take into account what they're paying you, but the point is, you'll know exactly, the business owner will know exactly what their ROI was on what they're spending, including what they're paying you plus the ad spend. Now, the reason I love Facebook advertising is because you can directly use it to bring a business more paying clients. Unlike posting on Facebook and building their engagement and all that shit, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a bad thing, I just don't feel it's effective in actually generating revenue. Okay, so when you want to bring customers to a business, you're going to do that through advertising. And this is the only thing that business owners care about. I promise you, like I can't emphasize this enough, and it sucks because there's so many people out there that I see are taking courses, like Ty Lopez's course, and I hate to bash people, but this is the truth. They're taking all kinds of courses on social media, and business owners will pay you to manage their social media. Guys, the freaking truth is the only thing business owners care about is how will you make them more money. And you're going to do that by bringing them more customers. How do you do it? By advertising. It could be not necessarily only Facebook. You can run ads on Instagram as well. But the advertising is where they're going to see their ROI and the most bang for their buck. So keep that in mind. That's extremely important. I can't emphasize that enough. Now, what's the actual process once you've got a client? So this is what I'm currently doing right now for my clients. We're running an ad where we're giving something away, or slash a freebie, like a lead magnet. Once we get people to click the ad because they're interested in what we're giving away, where once they click the ad, we take them to a sales funnel to get their information and get them to opt in. And once they've opted in, then we follow up with them on the back end. And when we're following up with them, then we sell them on our service. So it's a pretty simple formula. There is a lot of technical stuff that goes into it. I'm not going to lie, guys. There are some things you can get tripped up on. But once you've got it, once you do it once, that's the nice thing with this stuff. Once you do it once, you pretty much know how to do it, and it's just you know, you can just replicate the process from there. So here's an example of an ad that I'm currently running for one of my clients who is the owner of a credit repair company. I didn't want to, you know, for the sake of confidentiality and all that stuff, I didn't want to, you know, put his business name on here, so I cropped that out. But you don't see the full ad, but the idea here is we're giving away something, in this case a free credit repair kit to a specific target audience, which is people that are interested in rebuilding their credit. And like I said, the goal is to get them to opt in so we can follow up with them on the back end and sell them on credit repair services. So remember how I said you have to create a sales funnel? So this is what a sales funnel will look like. I tried to get a screenshot of the entire thing, but it's too big to fit the whole screen. So essentially, a sales funnel is, you can think of it as a landing page, but it's completely different than a website. Okay, it's not like going to a site where you learn about what a business does and the kinds of services that they offer. A funnel is different. In a funnel, there's nowhere for them to go. Okay, the only place that a prospect can go once they're in the funnel is here, is putting their information in right here. Okay, so now you guys see my phone number. Please don't blow my phone up. I probably should have taken that out, but fuck it. So with the funnel, the only goal is to get them to opt in. It's not like a website. So a funnel is a must-have if you know, that you have to do for your clients. You have to make one, whether you're running an ad for an offer or a promotion or a giveaway, whatever it is. You need some way to get their contact info of a lead or a prospect, and you do that through building a funnel for them. So once they've opted in, the follow-up process gets done either by, sorry, I live across the street from a goddamn hospital, either via email, so email marketing, or via a Facebook Messenger bot. Both are great. However, I will give you guys this golden tip. Facebook Messenger bot is like literally 10 times more powerful than email marketing now. Now the open rate for Messenger bot is anywhere between like 80 and 90%, whereas email marketing, the open rates are going down just because it's just the nature of it. So I would focus on Messenger bot when you guys get your clients. Now, you guys are probably wondering, and I do see this question get asked a lot, how do I actually get paid once a client has agreed to work with me, right? So forget all the fancy stuff, okay? Number one, you got to keep it simple for your client to pay you. This is extremely, extremely important when you are working with business owners. You want it to be so simple, so easy for a business owner to pay you. If you start messing around, like telling them, oh, I got to work this out, let me fix the form or whatever it is, you can be like, man, this freaking guy's playing games or something. That's probably what they're going to think. So make it super simple. That's why I use PayPal. I use specifically a paypal.me link. It's like, it would be PayPal. If your name is James, you call it PayPal.James, whatever. Okay, it's really easy. You send them a link, they send the money over, it goes into your PayPal account. Boom, you get started, and you get started working for them. Now, what you can do is, say after a month or so, once you've taken their first payment via PayPal, you can send them an automatic payment form that you can do using ClickFunnels and Stripe. It's a really cool, nifty little setup that you can do, where basically it'll just automatically take the payment out. Now, don't confuse an automatic payment with a contract. So you got to make clear when you're working with these business owners that what you're doing for them is strictly month to month. There's no commitments involved. You don't have to, obviously. If you want to do it a different way and you feel that you should lock a business owner in for 3 months or 6 months, do it your way. But I'm telling you that business owners don't like being locked in, especially when they're not, in their eyes, they're not 100% sure that what you're doing is going to work. So you keep it month to month, and no contracts, none of that stuff. My suggestion, I should have said. All right. Now, what happens after the business owner has decided to get started with you? So first, they have to add you to their Facebook ads account and business page. Okay, that's very important. Number two, that's it. Once they've sent you their money and they've added you to their business page and their ads account. While they're doing that, you can actually already start building everything out. So start building out the ad for them. Start building out the sales funnel. Also, you make sure you're always clear about everything that you're doing for them. So clearly explain what it is that you're going to be doing, how you're going to be doing it. You don't have to show them step by step because they probably don't care about that, because that's why they hired you to go through all the nitty gritty. But just give them an idea. Hey, hey, Michael, if or whatever your client's name is. Hey, just want to let you know this is what we're going to be doing. Going to be running this ad. We're going to take them straight to this page, and from there we're going to do X, Y, Z. So just make everything clear. Communication is key, guys, when you're working with business owners. Always be in some sort of communication, depending on how communicative the business owner wants to be. If they're more laid back and they figure, and if they'll tell you, they'll say like, hey, just let me know, once in a while how everything's going with the ad and that sort of thing. Now, you may work with a business owner that wants to be a little bit more hands-on, which is fine. There's no problem with that. It's understandable, actually. Just make sure you know how to gauge how communicative you should be. The more communicative you are without being annoying, the better off you'll be. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, so that is, guys, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. This is, I promise you, literally the easiest way that you can make money in 2018. And it's sustainable. You can make a real living from it. All you need is a few clients, 2 or 3 clients, depending on what you're going to be charging them. If you're starting out and you're like a teenager, like 16, 17, 18, whatever, I'm only 19, but whatever age you are, if you're just starting out, I would say start out pricing your clients lower. Okay, so like if you could price clients at like $300, right? Okay, which is what I'm doing, just because of it's easier to close that way. So you can start them out like $300. You need 4 or 5 of those, 4 or 5 clients paying you $300 a month, and you've got a solid income coming in. So it doesn't take a whole lot, unlike the other methods I went over where it could take months to see any kind of return on your investment, whether it's time or money. Now, guys, I do want you to keep in mind that this process is simple, like I said, but there are things you have to get right. For example, you have to know how to close somebody on your services. So if you haven't already, go ahead and watch my other video. I think I'm going to try and leave it at the end of the video, specifically on closing social media marketing clients, what exactly you need to say, the kinds of questions you need to ask, that sort of thing. Also, you guys are going to probably struggle somewhat in the beginning on how to actually get a client, because that's really the hard part when you're first starting out. There's obviously you're going to have to learn how to retain a client. That's a whole other animal. But in terms of getting a client, that's going to be your main struggle and your main obstacle starting out. So what I'm really doing right now is I'm actually offering coaching calls. Now, I don't want this to scare you guys. I don't want this to seem like it's some crazy 6-month freaking mentorship program and something like that. Really what it is I see a lot of people that are trying to get into this social media marketing game that jump right in, and then they're all excited, but as soon as it comes to actually getting stuff done, they kind of hit a wall. And I know it because I hit the same wall that you guys are gonna hit. It's inevitable. Nobody comes right out of the gate and just fucking starts hitting and killing it and just closing clients left and right. It just doesn't happen. Even me, I'm not perfect. My process is not 100% bulletproof. I'm still tweaking some things with the way I cold call and what I say and lines that I use and stuff like that. So what my real goal is to really just help as many people as possible. That's the truth. It's like I said, I see a lot of people that are struggling with this, and I know firsthand that this is something you can make a significant amount of money from, because it's what I'm doing and it's what I'm making money from right now. So this is all from personal experience. You're getting the real deal. This is not some course that was written by somebody who's never even done a cold call and tried to get a client in their life, or by somebody who's just read some shit about social media marketing and decided to make a course on it. No, it's not. This is not it. It's just one-off calls, one-off coaching calls. You guys can hop on the call. Schedule the call, and then we'll hop on and we'll just start. It's an hour long. when I get on calls, they usually go more than an hour. They usually go anywhere between an hour and 15 to an hour and a half, just because I give you a shit ton of information. They're kick-ass phone calls. We don't mess around. We just get straight to the point. I start giving you actionable steps and strategies to start getting your first client. Or, like I said, this is not just for someone who is looking to get their first client. If you, even if you have a client or you have a few and you want some tips on maybe like some Facebook ads that you're running, you want to tweak some ads, but you want some tips on it, or if you're just anything really about whatever you're doing with social media marketing. If let's say you just have one client and it's kind of slow and you haven't really had any traction with anything else, and you're looking to scale up and just start getting more clients and building up, we'll dive into that as well. So really, it would just cover all aspects. Again, this is even for people who have clients, and if you want to learn how to kind of improve what you're already doing, it's perfect for you. So if you guys, again, whether you don't have a client, if you have a client, whatever your situation is, if you're looking for help on something in this niche of social media marketing, then I think I can help you guys out. So there's a link right in the description below where you can just click it, set up a call. I'm Eastern time in New York, so yeah, get that set up. We'll hop on a call as soon as you guys want to get that going. And like I said, I look forward to tongue twister. I look forward to helping as many people as I can, and I hope this presentation helped you guys as well, give you some kind of tips you can start implementing right away, and kind of open your eyes a little bit to the possibilities. So yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Cool.